Good morning, everyone. As promised, I am doing a quick eye tutorial on the Bobbi Brown infrared eyeshadow palette, and just gonna go in really quickly. If I miss your comments, I'm sorry. Plus, also, I've got a giveaway announcement. The winner of my impromptu eyeshadow palette from Pat McGrath giveaway, the La Vie en Rose. So I will be announcing that at the end of this video. Also, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I am a fashion and beauty lover and create content every Sundays, Thursdays, and every now and again we'll be going live on YouTube. So come and join me and have some fun putting some makeup on. I'm in a pretty big hurry because I've got to get to work, so I'm gonna kind of just speed right through this and let's dive in. So I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M518, and I always like starting out with this eyeshadow right here on this palette. Look at these beautiful neutral shades. They are so pretty. And I'm gonna just go in and I'm gonna start putting down the transition shade. I've already done all of the rest of my makeup. This is just an eye look, and it is just using this eyeshadow palette, I should say. And I'm sorry if I blind you guys with it. It just has some fabulous packaging. This eyeshadow palette is Bobbi Brown's Holiday eyeshadow palette, and I really like it. I'm just gonna start out with that. I really did enjoy using it last month in my makeup capsule. I thought that it worked really beautifully, and what I really like about it is that you can get a really nice everyday look from this eyeshadow palette, but you can bump it up for the holiday, which I think that's what it was that she wanted to do with it, is use it in that way. And I think that's the intent of it, because if you can tell, it's got some really nice shimmery shadows here. This one, this one, this one, and this one. And they have a fairish amount of glitters. So you do have to be a little careful with them if you want to use those. I would suggest wetting your brush. But I think that this palette is, especially for those of you ladies out there and gentlemen that work and want to go for a day to night look, then this is definitely a palette for you. I really have been enjoying it. And I know I've said that a gazillion times. Normally I would edit it out, but since we're live, there is no such thing as editing today. All right, so I'm going to go in with this brown shade right here. Good morning. I'm going to go in with this brown shade right here. And it does have the shade names. I guess this one is called Slow Burn. On my transition, I used Red Rock. But yeah, going in with this deeper brown. And this is one of the prettiest brown eyeshadows I've ever used, because it is a really beautiful, rich brown. And it's got a little bit of warmth to it. Hence the name of the eyeshadow palette. All of these eyeshadows have got like a really warm undertone to them, and they are lovely. And not to worry, I will be blending this out. Like I said, I've got to hurry because I'm gonna get myself to work. But anywho, yeah, I have been having a lot of fun with this eyeshadow. So what have you guys been up to these days? Been doing anything interesting? I've just been trying to get my feet under me. You know, as far as my video content and work has gotten super busy, as always, but it's gotten actually a little bit busier than normal. And so content has been really tough, but I asked a question on Instagram yesterday, and if you guys are not following me on Instagram, you should. It was a poll that I'm running actually right now on my Instagram stories, because I've lately gotten into bullet journals. And I wanted to know if you guys were interested in me doing a bullet journal of how I plan out my YouTube content, because there is a fair amount of planning that has to happen now that I have to, I'm doing the whole fashion thing. That requires a lot more planning than beauty. I was so surprised when I first started doing it. I'm all like, oh my gosh, I've got to think this all the way through before I sit down and shoot. Because there's a lot of different shots, different angles, and a lot more work goes into those. But I'm having fun with it anyway. But I am including beauty for you guys. I heard you loud and clear. There are a bunch of you out there that really enjoy my beauty videos. So I won't only be doing video live. I will start incorporating some video in, you know, as like pre-recorded and edited so that you don't have to hear me constantly be saying, because I do have a tendency of doing that. All right, so right now what I'm doing is I'm just blending my outer corner, my outer crease color with the transition shade and just softening that up a bit because these eyeshadows are very, very pigmented. But one thing you'll notice, and I'm bringing it up to the camera, there's no kick up. No kick up on this eyeshadow palette, and yet they're super, super pigmented and easy to blend, which, you know, now that I've been using this eyeshadow that doesn't have a lot of kick up, I'm like, man, this is actually not bad. Kick up is kind of a little bit annoying because it gets messy. So, all right, now I am going in, I've got my brushes over here. Where am I? I should have had my brushes laid out. Okay, now I'm going in with my favorite Sonia Kashuk shader brush. This is no longer available, but it is the number 103 in case you happen to have it. And I'm gonna go in with, I think I'm gonna go in with this gold eyeshadow here. And let me swatch this for you really quickly so that you can see just how shimmery and metallic that is. That is very, very pigmented, and that's one of the reasons I was really impressed with this when I swatched it. And so it is, I think it's still available at Sephora. This is her holiday palette, so it should be. I will check and add it to the description of this video down below once I've had a chance to get onto the Sephora site, and then I will add it to see if it is still available. I'm pretty sure that it is. That's one of the reasons I picked it up. Now, it's not going to have the same amount of reflect when you're using a brush. I am going to go over it with my finger. Generally, I tend to like to put down a layer with a brush first when I know I've got an eyeshadow that, you know, I have to use either wet or with my finger. I will put a layer down with my brush first, and then I will top it with the eyeshadow. And I'm just adding this to the inner 2/3 of my eye and blending it in. And this particular eyeshadow doesn't have a whole lot of fallout, thankfully. I think that this taupey one right here, that one is the one that I've had experienced the most fallout with. All right, so now I'm going in with my finger and I'm just gonna top that. And I apologize, I'm a little stuffy. I had a weird cold this week. It wasn't a fever, anything like that. It was just a cold, but it made me miserable this week. And I'm like really, really stuffy. And then like by about, I want to say by about like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was like really tired. And it's been like that all week long. All right. So I am just adding that eyeshadow to the eyelid, and yeah, I love it. It's so pretty. It's a really nice warm gold shade. Okay, for eyeliner, I am gonna go in with, I'm gonna go in with my super tiny detail brush. This is another Sonia Kashuk. It's the 105. She does have something similar available now. She's revamped her brushes, but she does have something similar now. I just don't know the number of it. And then I'm gonna place that and tap that along the upper eyelid as my eyeliner. Now, if you really, really wanted these eyeshadows to stand out, then I would suggest that you, the glittery ones, I would suggest that you use them wet, because when you use them wet is really when I've been able to get the most sheen out of them. And yeah, I see people are joining. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I'm not watching the comments as closely as I probably should. I think the more practice I have with the YouTube live videos, the better I will get, I hope, at any rate. Okay, so I have applied that to the upper lash line. And if you guys have your makeup, I mean, if you guys are like, you know, putting your makeup on for the day, let's go ahead and put our makeup on together. All right, I'm gonna go in with this small little shader brush and gonna go in with this shade again. Oh, by the way, I'm terrible. I'm so sorry. You see, this is what happens when you're live. This gold eyeshadow that I used is called Solar Flare. Is that it? Yeah, Solar Flare. But anyway, I'm gonna go in with, what is this one? Behind the Sun? No, that's not right. Infrared. Yeah, Behind the Sun. Anyway, I'm going with that shadow right there. Sorry about that. All right, and I'm gonna place that on my lower lash line. Oops, sorry. I'm looking pretty tired this morning, man. I went to bed late last night because I was working on pulling together all of the entries for the giveaway and waiting for midnight to roll around so that I could close it. Even though I didn't tag the video as a giveaway or anything like that, you know. So thank you to everyone that entered because you just happened to stumble on it. And I'm excited for the winner. I'll be announcing her soon, so don't you worry. I'm almost done here. Anyway, okay, so I have added the shadow to the lower lash line, and now I'm going to go in with just a teensy bit of this deeper brown eyeshadow and just place that along the lower lash line. Ooh, very pigmented. Just to give that area some depth, and I'm not going all the way across with it. And then blending them all together. Okay. And that's my everyday eye look, and that's how simple this eyeshadow palette is for an everyday eye look. Just like 3 or 4 shadows, boom, 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 and you're done. Now it's time for mascara, and I'm not gonna use my my lash primer because I like to let that dry. I don't like putting on lash primer and then mascara right over it because it tends to make my lashes gray. So no lash primer today. And I'm going in with my L'Oreal Voluminous, which this is a little bit of cheat for my Monday edit. I'm not really happy with the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I'm not happy with it because it's very, very clumpy. And I'm waiting for it to dry out a little bit. I'm hoping that that will help it. So I have this that I bought at Target, and I've decided to sneak it into my November edit, my makeup capsule. And by the way, I said I was going to be using the YSL foundation, and I ran out of it yesterday. So I have got a ton of foundation, so I'm going to go ahead and pull another one out of my drawer. I just don't know which one yet. But I'm sad about that because I wanted to use it this month, but at least I used it up. It was expensive, so at least I used it up. And I really loved it. So if you guys are looking for a long wear foundation that doesn't feel heavy like the Estee Lauder Double Wear, I don't really like that one because it feels really heavy and it feels, you know, and looks like I'm wearing makeup. The YSL All Hours foundation is a good one because it does last for several hours. It looks really good by the end of the day. I am thinking about going out and finally replacing my Lancome Tanti Dole. Okay. This is all the stuff that I cut out. I feel like I need to hurry. Because putting on mascara is pretty boring stuff, you know? All right. Okay. And then curling my eyelashes again with my nasty ass eyelash curler. I've had that for years. I bought it at Target. It's actually, I don't know what brand it is. It doesn't even have a brand name on it. But I bought it at Target because the metal eyelash curlers scare me and I don't like using them. And the plastic one, for some reason, doesn't. I guess because it doesn't look like a surgical tool. All right. Okay, so I really do like this L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. This is one of those that's like classic, you know? It's never gonna fail you unless they change the formula. But they haven't, thankfully. It will never, never fail you. It's always gonna be a really, really good mascara. So if you have access to it and you haven't tried it, or maybe you haven't used it in a long time, pick up a tube of it because it's really good. It's one of the better drugstore mascaras, although the drugstore has got a ton of really good mascaras. It's got a ton of really not so great mascaras, but mascara is very, very subjective. Wouldn't you guys agree? Very, very subjective. It's like, you know, very personal. A lot of makeup is, I think, especially mascara, foundation, concealer, all of that type of stuff. And like I mentioned a little earlier, I do have all of the rest of my face makeup on. I am going to be using a lipstick today. And those are to be the two products that I'm going to feature. All right, mascara is done. Now, time for the lipstick. I've got a little bit of a lip balm or a lip treatment under my lips that I'm gonna leave on because my lips have been super, super dry. But the lipstick that I'm using today is Executive Realness. It is a Pat McGrath Matte Trance lipstick, yes. And it is just a really, really beautiful kind of like, I don't know, it's like a, I call it a magenta. They call it a mulberry on the website. Really, really pretty. Let me see. I'm gonna adjust my lighting real quick because it looks a little dark. There we go. Just a teensy bit brighter. And that's the lipstick. It's a little bit, it's got a little bit of a sheen because I'm wearing a treatment underneath it. But I really like it. I think it's pretty. Okay, now time for the fun stuff. The winner of the giveaway. The winner of the giveaway, what I did was I collected all of the names, I put them into an Excel spreadsheet, and then I took that and applied it into a randomizer. And the name that the randomizer selected is, and I hope I pronounce this correctly, it is Fanto Mecho 21. And I'm going to spell it. It's P-H-A-N-T-O-M-E-C-H-O, all one word, and the number 21. So please get a hold of me within 48 hours. That way I can get your information and send you your eyeshadow palette. If I don't hear from you within 48 hours, did I say 24 earlier? I meant 48. If I don't hear from you within 48 hours, then I am going to have to select another winner. So please reach out to me in the email that is in the description box below, and that way I can get you your goodies. So thank you everyone so much for watching and for playing. I really, really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that red subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you don't miss any of my fashion and beauty content. So everybody, I will see you in my next video. Bye. Have a good day. Love you.